A very famous actress in China had a man arrange a meeting with her. When she met with him, she realizes that he has videos and photos of her sexual positions. This man was now demanding $3.2 million in cash in exchange for him to not leak these to the press. She knew exactly who had given this complete stranger her photos. A gold medal winning Olympian. An inspirational athlete to an entire country. His name is Zhang Jike. Every Korean ping pong player probably knows his name. So how does this guy go from a gold medal Olympian to public enemy #1 in China right now? This guy's ego is massive from the get-go. Starts getting invited to all these different variety shows. So in the show Meeting Mr. Right, 2 celebrities go on a date and there's like a panel of judges that are rewatching your date. From beginning to end, he was such a boy. Gets there early but just naps until literally 25 minutes before the date. So he gets up from his nap, puts on a pair of shorts and just a random hoodie. Before he heads out to meet with this A-list actress, he calls his mom and lets her know. And side note, his parents are watching this date after the fact, so it's not live. But he calls his mom, and of course his mom is like, well, what are you wearing, kid? He's like, it's okay if I wear shorts, right? No! That makes it seem like you're not serious.
那可怎么了？我是运动员，我穿短裤怎么不行？我没讲，你随便吧。
Wow, I think he's so into his like, I'm a world champion
Yes.
athlete. Like, so I don't need to like dress up for a day because I am a world-class champion.
This guy's wearing a pair of shorts, a hoodie, and a baseball cap that's on backwards! Oh, backwards! He doesn't even have a clean shave. It looks like he rolled out of bed, and I don't even know if he brushed his teeth after that nasty nap. He didn't even prep, okay? Even during the date, he seems very unattentive. I would rank this one of the worst dates that I've ever seen from these reality shows, including non-celebrities, which celebrities have PR training, they've got media training, okay? So the actress just tells him, oh, I just got here. So I don't think she's late, but she's like, oh, hey, like I just got here.
Bro, what?
And they're supposed to go on another date tomorrow, so the actress asks, well, where are we going tomorrow?
我不知道，
你不熟吗？你
我真没那么熟。你弄个计划。
你不计划吗？
And then when it comes to order, the actress orders a regular meal, like an entree and a meal. And he orders a veggie side salad.
我要个蔬菜沙拉。
就完事儿了。
就完事了。
哦，
那就完事了，我不吃了。
我知道你就吃这么点儿，那我就不点这么多了。
你点呗，我陪你吃。
那
Later, they go on to talk about ping pong, and the actress, like, you can genuinely tell that she's just trying to make small talk, keep the conversation going, because he's giving nothing, nothing at all. And she says, I could probably catch a ball or 2 in ping pong. Impossible. And he's sitting like this, by the way. He's sitting like this, looking at the side. Impossible.
我最起码能接到球，接到1个俩的。
你不可能接到，你不可能。
你的球我当然接。
Maybe not your
It's
fault.
just very aggressive.
这送给2位的甜品，只有1份啊？对，只有1份啊。
我吃。
保安带走。
So she tries to joke again for security to come take him because how ungentlemanly is that on national TV? So she's like, security, and he... You are looking for a partner on the path of eating. I'm eating while on the path of looking for a partner.
What?
Yeah. He says all she cares about is eating.
你在哪拍去？
北京啊。
北京，对，忘了，不去。
来的时候就说了一嘴了。
别急啊，不急。
The whole time he asks her a question, looks at his phone, and then just repeats the same question 5 minutes later. I mean, the guy clearly has the mind of a goldfish. The actress later rated his date 60 points out of 100, which is generous.
Yeah.
Because even JK's dad rated him 40 points out of 100. So if you're wondering, maybe, like what you were thinking, he's trained his whole life. He just has no social EQ or any of that. He's had a lot of girlfriends in his career. So it's very confusing, okay? There were 2 very, very public relationships that he had. His first public relationship, was with a woman named Liu Shiwen. They dated as first loves.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Is she a champion too?
Oh, yeah.
Probably, huh?
Oh, yeah. So she was 13 He was 16 when they both joined the national team and started dating in 2004. But in 2010, everything would come to a crossroads. Liu lost to Singapore with a score of 1-3. She lost. And it wasn't that her opponent was so much better than her. She made a mistake. She was distracted, not laser focused. It's speculated that she had gotten into a fight with JK right before her match and her head wasn't in the right place. So this is literally a K-drama, I tell you. But suddenly I stan her and I see why my mom loves her. She broke up with JK to focus on her career.
Wow.
And without a man, she won 3 women's table tennis championships, ranked #1 in the world of women's ping pong, and even went to the Olympic Games.
Shut up.
Yes.
Wait, so she's #1?
Yes, but JK did well too. So after the breakup, he earned the Grand Slam title. Even as recently as 2019, Liu was in the ITTF Tour Finals, which is a huge deal. JK was spotted in the crowd, trying to blend in with a dark baseball cap and earbuds in. Now, mind you, when he went to go see her in 2019, by 2018, he already had a new very public girlfriend. He had a few girlfriends, but this one was his next high-profile relationship. He started dating Jing Tian, a very famous actress. When they first got together, Jing was pulled to the side by one of her best friends, the biggest names in the industry, Yang Mi. She's the it girl. Yang Mi warns Jing to not date JK. She warned her friend that he doesn't have a great character and he just wasn't a good person. But Jing is in love, so what is she gonna do? So allegedly before Jing and JK got together, JK had asked out Yang Mi on a date, but she rejected. But JK had also dated another girl that Yang Mi was friends with and did some f***ed up shit to that girl. From the get-go, JK seemed really excited about his relationship with Jing. She had more star power than him, and he was very excited to tell the world that they were together. He openly expressed his love for her on social media and on a reality show before their relationship was even public. He was on a variety show writing in the snow, K heart T, and he kept telling the cameraman, like, you gotta get this, you gotta get this. It's like he wanted everyone to go crazy, and guess who he was talking about? And then finally, the two were spotted walking into the same hotel, and March 28th of 2018, they went public. And from what the public saw, they seemed really happy. And for 14 months, everything was good until they broke up in 2019. And then in 2023, almost 3.5 years after their breakup, their names together would be all over the news again. A user by the name of A Green Giant posted on an internet forum saying, because of JK's gambling debt, okay, huge allegation already. Because of JK's gambling debt, JK had sent loan sharks Jing's private videos, explicit videos, and the loan sharks went to blackmail money out of Jing, but she is now suing them instead. It was reported that they asked for $3.2 million in exchange for them not leaking her news. They were expecting her to pay to secure her image and career. But that night, March 30th, JK's agency posted a formal statement regarding the forum post, and 3 things can be gathered from this post. The agency didn't respond because they wanted to give JK time to respond. The agency stated firmly that the allegations against JK are purely rumors, and JK has never been involved in any gambling debt. Lastly, they're going to have attorneys that will be in touch with anyone that's been infringing on JK's reputation by spreading of these allegations. Right when this statement was released, a lot of people thought, I mean, yeah, there you go. Rumors are clearly fake. But hours later, a reporter by the name of Lee W-E-I-A-U.
How?
He would post on Weibo. From a few years ago, I have seen and withheld some information. JK has sent Miss Jing's private videos. This is the truth. So now it's turning into he said, she said, right? Kind of. But the thing is, this reporter that posted this, reporter Lee, he is not a random reporter. He's not a random journalist. He's not a paparazzi journalist. He doesn't cover celebrity news and pop culture. This guy is the Economic Observer's chief reporter. The Economic Observer is the 6th most influential news outlet in China, and it's all about business and politics. Like, this guy is as journalist gets.
What?
So following Lee's post, JK and his agency posted another statement. They continued to deny all accusations. No shocker there. But they said something. They said something so interesting it was giving people PTSD. They stated that all false rumors will be considered an infringement of reputation. You know who else used this phrase before they went down? Chris Wu.
You're kidding me.
And a lot of other celebrities. So let me explain. In China, there is defamation, which means you are defaming someone's name. You are spreading and fabricating false facts. You're lying, you little liar. But there's also reputation infringement, meaning we are not going to specify if the contents of what you are saying is true or not. However, you talking about this publicly is hurting our reputation. Lee kept posting about it, and he reported, according to judicial records, JK has exposed 3 of Miss Jing's private videos and 1 screenshot of her video. He exposed that JK had around $800,000 in debt, and his family, the family of the person that had the debt, tried to extort money out of Jing for all of the videos and photos. Lee continued to expose JK, and he said, "This is not celebrity gossip. It has triggered a very serious criminal case, and Miss Jing is fully a victim." So JK's debtor, the loan shark, had asked her for money, aka tried to blackmail her for the money, and he has now pled guilty in the case and is serving his sentence. As for JK, what role does he play in this? Will he ever publicly respond?
Oh, so they already caught the person.
Yes, and he's been in jail for like 2-3 years.
What?
This is old news that's coming up. So this is infuriating the public. Like, how has this guy been going on for the past couple of years, acting like this didn't happen? Like, are you sure this is true? Like, what is happening? And the math wasn't mathing. So apparently, JK, if you put up all his cars that he still had together, allegedly, that he still has, we're just speculating that he still has these cars. If you add up the cost of all the cars that he has and all these luxury goods he has, it's worth way more than $3.2 million. So people were even speculating, wow, so a woman's life to him is worth less than his car, because you're basically ruining a woman's life if you do something like that. You are literally, you don't care for this woman at all, for human life. April 1st of this year, a reporter was able to get JK on the phone, and the reporter asked, "Do you have debt, and did you send photos of your ex-girlfriend to try and pay off the debt?" JK responded no. The reporter asked no to the debt or to the sending of the illicit photos, and he just hung up on him. Lee was enraged, and he posted further. Why am I speaking up about this case? I heard this back in 2020 when it happened. I heard a man named Mr. S had tried blackmailing Jing for $3.2 million because he had obtained her photos and videos from an ex-boyfriend of hers. He believed that Jing would just pay the money, so he confidently confronted her with it, but she ended up turning him into the police instead, with the risk of her reputation. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison. JK was actually a witness in this court case, but as part of his witness statement, he revealed that he was the one that sent those photos and videos to Mr. S.
Wow, how is he not charged for that?
People speculate because, again, no one wants their Olympians to go down, including probably the country.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, and Lee said, "Of course, I'm not a crime reporter, and I typically report on financial news, so I put this on the back burner, but somehow someone found out about it, posted it on a forum, and I wasn't going to say anything until JK's agency decided to come out swinging, threatening to pursue legal action against everyone and anyone." Mr. Lee stated that he hates agencies that like to use their power and money to control narratives and threaten people who are trying to spread the truth. Wow. So you're telling me not all Supermen wear capes?
Yeah. Mr. Lee even posted a picture of the debt that JK owed Mr. S. So his original debt is around $800,000, but it had a 23.88% interest rate annually.
How much?
Interest, 23.88. Once this was all released, JK lost all of his brand deals, everyone cut ties with him, and more sources started to come forward about JK's gambling addiction. It was exposed that he frequently went to Macau and Myanmar to gamble, and he owes a lot of people a lot of money. At first, Jing didn't know about it, but JK kept asking for money here and there when they were dating, and she would give it to him because, I don't know, she's a loving, generous girlfriend who has a lot of money. But slowly she realized what the money was being used for, and their relationship started turning sour. Jing realized that JK really wanted to borrow a lot of money from her, and it seemed like he wasn't even into her. He was just into the idea of her. He wanted to either borrow money or just show her off to his friends, like a trophy wife. He also flirted with Jing's mutual friend in the beginning of their relationship and even accidentally sent Jing her own friend's by accident, so... What? Yeah. He came up with some weird excuse of like, no, like, she's obsessed with me and she like sent me these... It was weird. Jing was convinced to stay and forgive him, but Jing finds out that he's in gambling debt because she starts getting, "Hey girl" messages
One was from a person named Deng Xia, who asked her if JK had borrowed money from her, and they told her that JK was going around asking everyone to borrow money from them. When she didn't want to give money, he even went to her parents to ask for money. I think in total he borrowed like $1.4 million. They never got it back. They're constantly giving him money, and this is how he repays them. Jing caught on to what was going on. She broke up with JK, and he would later go around acting like he was the one that broke up with her, because of course he would. And even then, Jing never went public with the fact that he practically stole money from her and her family. She tried to remain cordial, and then Mr. S shows up at her door. And she still never went public with what he did.
Wow.
A running tally of all of JK's debts were released, and it's around 28 million US dollars, not including any interest rates. He owed the most to Jing at $1.4 million, and most of the rest he owed a ton of top national athletes, around like $1 million each.
Wow.
Apparently, in statements, it was released that Mr. S said JK told him, I don't have money. I can't repay you in money, but you can go ask my ex-girlfriend. I've got some crazy pictures of her. My ex is an actress. People couldn't help but wonder if his whole plan on dating her was for this all along. And he wanted to make their relationship public. Like that, I don't know. It's just so gross. Those close to Jing said when it happened, her whole life was just, I mean, imagine your trust in people, you're heartbroken. Like, she couldn't film, eat, sleep. She had to meet up with her blackmailer and record audio of the conversations to provide courts with proof that she was being blackmailed. That's the only way he ended up in prison for 7 years. It was emotionally, I mean, just so tough. This is not where it ends. JK was revealed to have a daughter.
A secret daughter?
Yeah, do you know who Bye Bye He is? Apparently, he's like dating a famous celebrity's ex-wife, and they've been living together, but they're not married, and they have like secretly been dating and like have a daughter. I don't know. But we don't know where this relationship is going to go, because as of now, JK has now been taken in for investigation, and we have yet to get any updates on this case, but he's got a kid that no one really knew about, it seems. His agency has also been silent, and on April 21st, Jing posted on Weibo, and her caption was just a bunch of emojis, but she's doing really well. I'm glad to see that she's not back in that place with all of this resurfacing, but everyone is giving her a lot of love and support.